Hey sixth graders, we are going to do prime factorization today. So big words, but I think you've got this. This is not bad, okay? So let's get started with a couple examples. Okay, my first number is 36 and we want to write the prime factorization. That means we want to get down, we want to find numbers that multiply to get 36 and we want to get them all the way down till we have prime numbers, okay? So we can use a multiplication chart for this if this helps you, okay? We need two numbers that we can multiply to get 36. So I can use a multiplication chart if I can't think of any. And I'm looking for the number 36. Well, I see it right there. Okay, so what do I multiply to get that? I multiply 9 times 4. So I'm going to use those two numbers. Okay, and I'm making what we call a factor tree. I'm getting some factors and I'm going to get them down to prime factors. Okay, is 9 prime? Is the only thing we can multiply to get it 1 times 9. You're right, it is not prime. We can take 3 times 3. And we say to ourselves, is 3 prime? Is the only thing we can multiply to get 3, 1, and 3? Yes, it is. So I'm going to circle those because I know I'm two of the primes. I'm to the bottom of the tree there. So let's go to 4. Is 4 prime? You're right, it's not. We can take 2 times 2. Is 2 prime? Yes, it is. So I'm going to circle those. Okay, so I've got my prime numbers here at the bottom. Now to write the prime factorization, okay, I can go 3. In order to get 36, I can take 3 times 3 times 2 times 2. Or I can write it with exponents. I got the number 3. And how many 3's do I have? I have 1, 2, so I put a little 2 exponent. Times, I have 2, and I have 2 of them, so I put a little 2. This, and 36 are all equal. This is our prime factorization down here at the bottom, where we have a number and the exponent for how many of those there are, times the other numbers with their exponents. So let's try another one. 48. Well, we can use our multiplication chart. Okay, I see 48 right away. I see 8 times 6. Okay, 8 times 6. I asked myself, I'm going to start with 8. Is 8 prime? You got it, it's not. So I can do 4 times 2. We know we learned over here 2's prime. I'm circling that. We also learned over here 4 is not. I'm making that 2 and 2 and circling those. Okay, now I'm going to go to my 6. Is 6 prime? No, it isn't. 3 and 2. And we learned from our last problem, those are prime. So if I was to write this, I could write 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. Okay, and now to prime factorize it here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 to the 4th times 3. There's only one of them. I don't need a little 1 there. It's understood that it's there. So I just put a 3 if there's only one. Okay, let's try one more, sixth graders. 200. Oh my gosh. Don't freak out. I know you can do this. Tell me, 200 is not on my chart. What can I multiply to get 200? You've got it. I can take 20 times 10. Let's break that down. What can 20 be broken down into? Yes, it can. 4 and 5. 4 we know is not prime. But we got it there. What about 5? You're right, 5 is prime. Okay, let's go to 10. What can we break 10 into? You got it, 2 and 5. And we found out over here that 2 and 5 are prime. So let's write our prime factorization. I've got 2 times 2 times 2 times 5 times 5. So if I write that with exponents, 2, and I have 1, 2, 3, my exponent would be 3. And I have 1, 2 of those, my exponent would be 2. I've done the prime factorization of 200. Well, that wasn't even that bad. Okay, sixth graders, you did great on prime factorization. Big words, but I know you can do it, all right? We will see you tomorrow. Bye.